Well, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. A Washington father vanishes after allegedly murdering his three daughters. And now a tip from the Idaho wilderness is shaking this case back open again. Tonight, we're talking about Travis Decker, the fugitive survivalist, and the abandoned truck and the new witnesses who describe his tattoos in chilling detail. This is a manhunt still going on so many weeks later. Could he still be alive? I don't know, but we're going to talk about it. Uh, who knows? He could even be watching this right now. We'll get to more of this on the other side.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. Oh, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done.
Thank you, Joanne. You're so sweet.
Your lies, I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game.
Thank you, Abigail.
And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I need you by Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, 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 everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is July 8th, 2025. It is currently 6:17 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you, Brandy. Bonjour, everyone. Hey, Irony, good to see you. Robin, Sherry, Voodoo, I see you. Robin, Pam, Brinny, good to see you all. Jersey Lady, R. Taylor, Sherry, Laura, good to see you. Robin, Kimbo, Sherry Lynn, Angel, everyone, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. We're talking about Travis Decker, lots of breaking stuff going on, and he may very well be alive. Very, very well may be alive. And we're going to talk about some of that stuff. Question, I was asking in chat, is there a, hold on, is there a Haley? Isn't there a cousin or something? Hey, Ashley, Tam, good to see you. Is there a Haley with the Jack and Lily Sullivan case? It sounds familiar. Someone just sent me something very interesting. Who is she, Robin? Who is she? Someone just sent me, and they meant it to be anonymous too. Because of where they sent it from. They definitely meant it to be anonymous. Stepsister. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that on our next live. This is interesting. Very interesting, actually. Okay. Haley's the stepsister of Malaya. Got it. Okay. I mean, I got something like right, like when I was typing to you guys, I was like, I haven't even got to see it all yet myself, but we'll get to that in the next live. So make sure you join the Lily and Jack Sullivan live here in a little bit. So yeah, so Travis Decker is the father of the 3 little precious girls who were brutally murdered, allegedly, and we have no other suspects other than him, and there's no reason he should be running. And also his DNA pops up on the truck. Now, recently, he is supposedly in a national forest somewhere in Idaho. Now, what is really interesting about this is the people that allegedly spotted him almost told his tattoos to a T. To a T. And so now everyone is in Idaho. We're going to look at some stuff. I'm sure Whitney, the mother, Travis's ex-wife, is so done with this. You know, the 3 girls, I'm assuming he's are laid to rest now. So we'll just have to see. I do believe he's alive. I absolutely do. I see you. There have been a few pretty good sightings, and I think he decided to get the F out of there after being in that area so long. It was just a matter of time before they found him. But I'm going to show you guys some stuff, and I really want to hear what you guys on this. Yeah, I think he's still alive. I think there would have been buzzards that would have found him by now. Uh, just in my opinion, I think they would have definitely been found him by now. Guys, it's so good to see you. I do apologize. I was not live yesterday, which is pretty rare for me, but it just wasn't in the cards yesterday. I was over at Shares yesterday for a little bit last night, and every time I needed to go live, like something happened and I just wasn't able to do it. So I feel like I neglect you guys if I'm not here, but it's so good to see you. Okay, so do me a favor, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Would be so grateful if you did, and consider sharing this out. Won't be too much longer. We'll be at 25,000 subscribers. Not too much longer. So I'm not going to ask you to subscribe if you haven't, but if you do, I thank you. Because everyone's like, please subscribe. You're a grown person. You can subscribe if you want, but we would love to have you. We would love to have you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Well, the hunt for a Washington man accused of murdering his 3 daughters has moved to Idaho.
Travis Decker has been on the run for more than a month after he allegedly kidnapped his daughters and killed them in Washington state.
Now, people in rural Idaho are telling law enforcement they may have seen him. Abby Wilt is live in the Sawtooth National Forest, where authorities are now searching. Abby?
Brian Morgan, the U.S. Marshals Service tells us that a family may have spotted Decker right here in the Bear Creek campground area. And I'll show you a little bit of video now of this area today when it was light out. It's in the Sawtooth National Forest, and it's very desolate with several rolling hills, brush, and large trees. Now, the Ada County Sheriff's Office, Caldwell PD.
Yes, in Idaho. In Idaho. And, this is not, it's not extremely far, from Washington. Idaho and Washington, they're neighboring states. So it's not that inconceivable to do. I mean, hell, he could have hitched a ride for all we know.
Coeur d'Alene PD, Idaho State Police, and the Idaho Department of Corrections are just a few of the agencies on scene that are assisting with the search. That's alongside the U.S. Marshals Greater Idaho Fugitive Task Force. There's also a helicopter circling the area looking for Decker. Now you're seeing a picture now of Decker on your screen. The family thinks that when they saw him that he was 5'8" to 5'10" and wearing a black mesh cap, black gauged earrings, a cream-colored t-shirt, black shorts, had a long ponytail, and was wearing a black Garmin-style watch.
Do you hear that? Hold on. Listen to this.
Looking for Decker. Now you're seeing a picture now of Decker on your screen. The family thinks that when they saw him that he was 5'8" to 5'10" and wearing a black mesh cap, black gauged earrings, a cream-colored t-shirt, black shorts, had a long ponytail, and was wearing a black Garmin-style watch.
He has gauged ears as well. Hey, Angel, honey, Robin, good to see you. Canadian. JD, Angel. He has gauged ears, and he got those once he got out of the service. He's got long hair. He's right in that 5'8" to 5'10". He's got a Garmin watch and all that. Can you imagine finding out you gave him a ride, then later what he did? I was watching this show the other day. There was, probably a guy who was probably in his late 30s, early 40s, and him and his son they picked up a hitchhiker. I don't recommend it, but they said, yeah, come on, get in the car. And when he got in the car, the police were looking for him at the time. When he got in the car, it stunk to high heaven. and they just thought he smelled really, really bad. And then they gave him a ride to like the next town over. You know what he had in his backpack? A human head. A human head. He didn't even know anything about that until he had realized that this guy was who he was. Human head in the backpack. His son was with him. It was like, oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
They also say he
Crazy.
had a JanSport backpack on, either Converse or Van low-top shoes, and looked, quote, tired and exhausted.
Well, I think that's a pretty good description of Travis Decker. If you ask me. 5'8" to 5'10", looks tired and exhausted. He's got things in his ears, hair long, cap on. Obviously, people's going to wear a cap to block their face as much as possible. Got a backpack. Hello, he's traveling. I would never ever pick up a hitchhiker unless I know them. The only way I would do something like that is if it was maybe a woman in it with a child or something like that. But I'm not picking up no man. No, unless he's like, you know, needed really help or something like that. Like I knew that.
Now, Decker is wanted for 3 counts of kidnapping and 3 counts of murder of his 3 young girls, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker. He had picked the girls up from their mom's house and never returned them. They were found suffocated and dead at a campground in Leavenworth, Washington, about 30 minutes from Wenatchee, Washington, where the girls were found. And there have been possible sightings of Decker throughout central Washington in the last month, but this sighting, again, is here in Idaho. Now, it is it's about a 10-hour drive to get from central Washington to here where we are now. So definitely a long ways for
10-hour drive. Oh, missed you too, Mouse. So 10-hour drive, that would be a very long walk then. That would be a very long walk. Thank you, love. 10-hour walk or 10-hour drive, that would be probably 40, 50 hours of walking. Maybe more. I wonder if they could track him by his watch. I don't know. Probably not. You know, I mean, this guy has survival. He's got survival training. So I think that's
for Decker if this sighting was true here. But if you do come upon him, the U.S. Marshals Service is asking the public to not go near him. He may be dangerous to go near him, but instead to contact the U.S. Marshals Office at 1-800-WANTED-2. We'll have all those links on our website at ktvb.com.
And of course, we've also been told he's prone to hitchhiking. So
Yep.
if you do come across a hitchhiker in that area, you're warned to not pick them up.
Yeah, exactly. Abby, thank you.
okay. So there is that. Now, let me show you this. StreamYard switched everything up, and just let me know if my music is too loud when I play these videos, and I'll turn it down. So days before, People Magazine is putting out days before possible Travis Decker sighting, sheriff said he was dangerous and unpredictable. The Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison, the hottie with the body, described murder suspect Travis Decker as dangerous and unpredictable days before he was believed to have been spotted in the Idaho wilderness. Decker has been the subject of a manhunt since June 2nd. It's been going on that long now. When his three daughters, Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5, were found murdered in Washington. I don't think he's dead. I really don't. Days before the possible sighting of missing murder suspect Travis Decker, the local sheriff described him as dangerous and unpredictable amid an intensifying manhunt. What did I tell you guys the other day? I said, I think this is, remember, they have spent $6 million on this search. They can't search forever like that. And I just thought they're just going to say this because of money plays a factor. It does eventually at some point. And I thought they're just going to kind of watch out for him. And he'll pop up somewhere. He'll pop up somewhere. I used to have a Garmin wrist thing like a Fitbit, so I really wonder if it's possible to track him by that. Well, I bet you that law enforcement is in contacts with Garmin right now to see if he has ever purchased a Garmin, been gifted a Garmin, and see if they can perhaps get him that way. Yeah, they're searching allegedly with drones right now because it's, just because someone says, they believed to have saw him doesn't mean that it's him, right? So take this, for instance. Someone posted this the other day. And, it's good that they, he could be on a bike. Someone said, called in a suspicious person to Rivercom, and the woman I spoke to was horrible, extremely rude, short, and dismissive. Even gave me a spam number for U.S. Marshals when I called it in. So I wanted something to stay on the line and claim it. Found the correct number, but, they sent this in. Now, I don't think this is Travis Decker. I don't think this is his build. But what's important, in my opinion, is people are out there paying attention, right? And that's the main thing, is out there paying attention. The U.S. Marshals need to tighten up. Well, I do know the Marshals is on it here in Idaho as well. So there's that. Let me show you this.
In the search for Travis Decker, the man accused in the horrific murders of his three daughters near a Leavenworth campground. Some have reported a possible sighting in Idaho.
A family reported the tip on July 5th after.
I think he's too much of a narcissist to unalive himself. I just look for the day we can see that mother chicken in court. I look for the day. He is as evil as they get. Him and Chris Watts are about as evil as they get. Evil as they get. He tortured those kids, those babies who just do nothing but love you. He does, sassy.
Visiting the Bear Creek campground in the Sawtooth National Forest east of Boise. Authorities now confirmed they do believe Decker is armed and should be considered dangerous. I spoke with Supervisory Deputy U.S. Marshal Michael Lee, who's in Idaho.
I hate these mock-ups that they do. I shouldn't say hate, but I do not like these mock-ups that they do here. They look ridiculous. They look ridiculous, these mock-ups that they do. they could do better with AI than this. He would look nothing like that, in my opinion. It's just terrible mock-ups. Every time I see these, I just cringe. Sorry.
What can you tell us about this tip that came in over the weekend about the sighting that you believe is Travis Decker?
Well, this weekend, on Saturday, we had a tipster report seeing someone who matched the description of Travis Decker. They described his tattoos pretty accurately, and it's believed they had not seen previous pictures of those tattoos. And since putting out the media releases, we received additional tips that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Lakeside Lawyer, I jumped for joy when I heard that earlier today. I jumped for joy because you want to talk about an evil mother chicken, Brooks Howell. Oh. And I know his mom, or Crystal's mom, Sherry, she's lost her husband. She's lost her daughter because of this. And, you know, Bardstown is not like that far from me. And I wanted to go. I've always kept up very, very close to the case, but I really wanted to go there and cover it. But it's the only case where I felt unsafe to go somewhere. Only case I've ever felt like 100% unsafe to go there. Thank you, Jen. Coming in clutch. How you doing? Thank you so much, darling. Appreciate you very, very much. So I am so glad, finally, his day has come. He needs to tell where Crystal is.
Corroborate the eyewitness's encounter with potentially Travis Decker.
What did they say about his behavior in the tip? How was he acting?
He didn't make eye contact. He kind of was on an UTV trail that's not frequented by a lot of foot traffic and hikers. And so it was his demeanor and the area that he was in that made it seem a little suspicious. Tipsters also described his long ponytail, and
so he's on some sort of ATV trail, which is also interesting. Oh, doesn't the Garmin watch, doesn't it give you like trails where you can walk and stuff too? That might be his GPS. He might be trying to go to Canada. I don't know.
Ungroomed facial hair.
I thought it was. Sorry, Michael. I thought it was interesting.
Very good thinking, Gemini. Any trains nearby, many times they hop a train. They hop a train. You're so right. Lots of vagabonds do that.
I thought it was interesting in your description that you said he has a history of hitchhiking. That's the first time I'd heard that. Can you tell us more about that? Do you think that's how he got to Idaho from Washington State?
That'd be hard to speculate. I think it's more of a general caution for those that are in that area, just as a public service announcement, to be vigilant and not pick up any hitchhikers. There's nothing that's telling me, and I'm not there. As you know, Dave, I'm, a couple hundred miles from Boise. not on scene. And so my information could be a little delayed, but, we are cautioning those around there not to pick up any strangers, and to report, and just to be mindful of those around them.
What kind of terrain are we talking about in that area?
Oh, the Sawtooth, it's pretty rugged. It's going to be hard for anybody to navigate those areas, especially for longer distances.
When I was looking at Fitbits and stuff like that, Sassy, I remember the Garmin had one where it told you like maps and stuff too, or something like that. But he would have to have a service to do something like that, I would think. So I don't know.
And for longer durations, it's going to present challenges, just like over in Chelan County.
Yeah. What kind of resources are you flooding into that area? I know time is of the essence. He's had a couple of days since the tip. So what's the best chance of catching him now?
So we have a multi-agency response, similar to what you saw in Chelan County in Wenatchee. We have U.S. Forest Service officers, the Camas County Sheriff's Office, and then our task force made up of multiple different agencies. And we also have Custom Border Patrol out with us. We have multiple air assets and resources, and additional U.S. Marshal Service aerial assets that are also inbound, to include our Special Operations Group. They're standing by to deploy now. They're set up for more of your rural operations and manhunts, based on their training and the equipment and gear and things of that nature to sustain in that environment over the long haul.
Well, we'll keep putting this photo out there and asking for tips. We'll send tips to the U.S. Marshals hotline. I know you're offering that $20,000 reward. Thank you for your time today. We'll catch back with you in a couple of days, see how things are going. U.S. Supervisory Deputy U.S. Marshal Michael Lee.
Shit, I was muted. Sorry. Yeah. So I was just reading, this is very interesting. He has a, let me read this again because this is very interesting. I was not expecting this. Decker has a history of hitchhiking. We would like to encourage the public to not pick up any hitchhikers. Additionally, any drone flights in the area will inhibit our ability to search with aircraft. Please do not fly any drones for safety of air crews. He has a history of hitchhiking. And that's how I said earlier, I was like, maybe he hitchhiked there. Like, that's the only thing that I could possibly think of. You think he's gone? You think he's gone as in dead, or as in gone as in out of the area? Maybe when he wasn't wanted for murder of 3 little girls. But there's a lot of people that just don't follow the news.
In response to that potential sighting, U.S. Marshals and Forest Service officers began checking every camper, cabin, and campsite in this area. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, and I caught up with one family as they were leaving this closed area to get an idea of what they experienced over the last 24 hours.
The law enforcement's been calm, cool. They've told us everything that I feel like we needed to see, and they're down here checking us again today.
Nick Urey lives in Hanson full-time, but his family has a cabin in the rural Sawtooth area where the potential Decker sighting took place. Urey says law enforcement approached him and his family Sunday afternoon.
Tell us that they were going to be there last night, today, maybe have helicopters, maybe, checking out the mountain, checking all the cabins, talking to landowners, things like that. They were very nice. It was very comfortable. They were in and out real quick.
While not fully up to speed on the Decker case, Urey knows what he is accused of in Washington state, but says he still feels safe here in Idaho.
Do you feel safe?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't think you would go where people would go. I don't know. I think you'd keep walking.
Due to the rugged terrain, investigators brought in a helicopter to help with the search, as well as dirt bikes and ATVs, and encourage everyone in the area to remain vigilant until this search is complete, and do not pick up any hitchhikers.
The U.S. Marshal's Office has set up a tip line for anyone to report a potential sighting. You can find that information on our website at idahonews6.com. We'll continue to follow this story.
Well, I know some are, because I have a couple members that are truck drivers. So, could be. But some people do pick up hitchhikers. I'm not picking up nobody, not even a nun. Ginger said. That's funny. That's actually funny. Yep, it says Decker has a history of hitchhiking, which I found very interesting. He's a U.S. Marshal wanted now. Got a Marshal flyer. That's ugh. Goodness gracious. So they're telling people not to obviously pick up any hitchhikers. Over the last few days, the U.S. Marshal Service Greater Idaho Fugitive Task Force, U.S. Forest Services, and the Camas County Sheriff's Office have been searching areas, quote, believed to be accessible to a person in Decker's condition, quote, end quote. Authorities are urging the public to avoid flying drones in the area, as such actions can hinder the ability to search for the suspect from the air. This is Sawtooth National Forest. I wonder how many acres Sawtooth National Forest is. Let's check that out. How big. It is, wow, 2,110,408 acres. It's located in the U.S. states of Idaho and Utah. The forest is known for its rugged mountains, alpine lakes, and vast wilderness. That's crazy. Let's see here. Okay, here it is on the map. Oh, why did it? Look at this. When I try to do, well, I'll show you some pictures here. This is what we're talking about. He isn't headed towards Canada. Look here. You know, these mountains, they stay snow on them all year. So high in the elevation. An overview map of Sawtooth National Forest red, including Sawtooth National Recreation Area blue and Sawtooth Wilderness yellow. Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preservation. It's very beautiful. But I wouldn't want to be out there. That's for damn sure. Oh, look at the fishies. I bet you Travis, if he is on the run, he's probably getting tired of fish and bugs by now. It is basically true crime and Diddy content that needs to be reset. Oh, Cassie. Oh, I think he could absolutely be hopping trains. Absolutely. Look at this fire. 2013 Beaver Creek fire. Wow. Heidemann Peak in the Pioneer Mountains is one of the forest highest points. So that's definitely rugged. So beautiful out there. My goodness. Look at that. It's too cold in the winter, though. Sheep grazing in 1937. I hate winter. Cold. I don't like the coldness. Somewhere, I think it was somewhere up here. Like, when you can see the point right there, but it won't show you when you enlarge it. So there's that. Yeah, I would rather be under palm trees during Christmas any day of the week. Any day of the week. He's been wanted for now. It seems like it's been longer than a month. To me, it seems like it's been a lot longer than a month that he's been wanted. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. There is some groups on Facebook of Decker. You know, that's the good thing about, like, when someone goes missing, is if they have tattoos that are easily visible, you can spot them, right? So you're going to have a hard time hiding those. Blackberries, squirrel, crab apples, dandelions, eggs out of the coop, corn, and vegetables out of the garden. Yeah. Washington war. Washington, honey. But they believe he could be in Idaho right now. I feel so bad for Whitney. Yeah. That's bad. Really bad. Let's see here if KTVB's got anything. Oh, let me show you this. Oh, guys, sidebar here for a second. That girl is still missing in Nova Scotia. And nobody's talking about her. So that's kind of sad to me. Oh, crap. Thank you, Lakeside. This girl right here. Willow McKenzie, 14. Last seen June 27th. Oops, wrong one. She looks really different. I don't know. I need to check Jonathan. I haven't checked on it. I haven't heard nothing. There's been nothing in the last few days about Jonathan Hung. But I know her. She's in PE. What does that mean? What? She's not missing now? It says 1 week ago. Has she been?
No, something will stop again. I'm going back to what she is gonna hurt myself.
Oh my God, that's bless her heart. That this will be the 3 nights I've been in the hospital. I'm hoping to get out tomorrow. I hope they do not put me back at WSC. It kills me inside so fucking much. It hurt to be at WSC all the fucking time. Wish me the best to get out of the hospital. That's sad. Was he, Teresa? I haven't heard. I have heard about that. Yes. But I just hope she's found this girl. Yeah, that's what I hope. Let me see if she's... Where did it go? Willow McKenzie. Has she ever been found? I don't know. It doesn't say anything. Willow McKenzie, Nova Scotia. There is nothing of her about being found. That I see at all. I'm looking. Nothing. But it says there she was found. Did you hear about the measles case in the area? Measles has been bad for a while. Am I cutting out? I hope not. Yeah, let me go back there. She was on there the other day. Let's see here. RCMP. Okay, she was located. She was located. Thank you for that. Missing person located. That's sad. I don't know. Like, she seems to have a lot of problems, you know what I mean? And I hope she's just getting the help she needs. It's very disturbing. You know what I mean? She just seems to have a rough time. A lot of kids do, man. It's tough. Am I cutting out? Well, I mean, she was commenting on Facebook, at least as as that was her. She's very vulnerable, yes. No? Okay. Let's make sure. Guys, what time is my next live? Let me see what time my next live is. My main live for today is, I'm going to set it for 8 o'clock. It was for 8:30, but I'm going to set it sooner than that. My next live is 8 o'clock. It's our main live for today. I just got some very interesting, very, very interesting emails that I'm going to have to go through. It was sent to me as anonymous through a Proton email, and I just got it as soon as this I went live here, so I haven't got to read much of it, but it's very interesting. It's some conversations, so we'll look at those. No, about Lily and Jack Sullivan, Lakeside. I'll be back here in just a few minutes, actually. Won't be long. Proton email's the best email. Yeah, it's a highly anonymous. No, it's not Durwood. It's not Durwood, but it's allegedly could be a family member this person is claiming. So we'll see. We'll read them together. I also put the who Durwood's pissed at Sunny? Yeah, Andy, I couldn't do it last night. I just had so much going on. He's pissed at Sunny? Why would he be pissed at Sunny? Sunny supported him. Maybe not supported, but she was nice to him. Why would she be pissed at Sunny? He's just not worth giving a mic to. He's really not. Respectfully, unrespectfully, take it how you want. He's just not. Sunny called him out on his lies. Good for her. I'm glad she did. Because he wanted his 5 minutes of attention, and he did not like it the other day when I asked him about all of the stuff that he supposedly knows. He said, Sunny downmouth Daniel. You see, that's very interesting. old Durwood seems to be more concerned about stroking Daniel's ego and keeping him happy than he does actually finding the truth. He said that she has a shitty show. He got real mad. He can go fuck himself on a Tuesday in the rain for all I care. She was aggressive about Janie not coming on, but was so kind and considerate with Durwood. What do you mean about Janie not coming on? Oh. She was... Hold on. Well, you know, it is what it is. I don't trust him. I didn't trust him from pretty much the moment that I spoke to him. He knows nothing about true crime. He does not care about anything other than spreading gossip. Sonny's very upset that Janie will speak in Facebook groups in comments, but will not come on a live. No, because it's different coming on a live. It is. It's difficult. Not easy. When you're up here and the camera's rolling and it's just you. You know, you can't hit the backspace button and say, oh, how many times y'all hit the backspace button? You're like, shouldn't write that. You rewrite it and you're backspace again. You know, can't do that. So it's different. And, you know, like I always say, you don't need to, there's no need for anyone to lie. No need for anyone to lie when children are missing. And it is as obvious as it gets with what's going on in Lily and Jack's case. If Durwood known the whereabouts or had an idea, he should be in. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe he called the RCMP. I don't believe he knowed 8%, let alone 80%. So, all right, I'll be back here in just a little bit, guys. We got a lot to talk about, so we'll see you guys here shortly. Much love, hey, Shannon. In my opinion, they will all have a reason to lie because, yep, I agree. Totally. All right, I'll see y'all shortly.